When I'm asked to teach about grief, I tell them I'm a holy woman. A baby mama who still had to be a mama years after my baby daddy was murdered while I was pregnant. A piece of me leaving when he left, even though we were estranged wholly. People romanticize my holiness like I was Ronnie and he Kane, the halo on their tongue, transitioning him from a menace to society to angel just because he's deceased when they asked me about grief. They want the pretty thing. A formula with stages linear as time healing all wounds, want me to massage this hurt into a happy ending, but I'm holy. Transparent. People swear they want transparency but can't stand seeing right through me, can't deal with grief but can't deal with people grieving, especially if it lasts longer than a hot chicken dinner, and it lasted for years. I had flashbacks of his face in the casket, bearing the full weight of parenthood, a thing I watched my mother do all by herself, was terrified of doing by myself, looking back at myself in labor, enraged by a person in a grave missing his second child's birth. I saw him in my children's faces, in their confusion between Sky Daddy and their daddy in the sky, unable to comprehend death at their young ages. My next significant other had drunken fix, making himself sick, and I started grieving the man I lived with, the holes in me getting bigger and bigger, and soon I didn't feel anger as sad or no kind of way, just numb. And ain't numb a better poison than pain sometimes? I don't want to feel nothing sometimes. Especially at the yearly balloon releases, or the birthday dinners, or the years we skip, or when his ghost showed up at my firstborn's graduation, when I wanted to Doubting Thomas poke my finger in his bullet wounds because his ghost didn't show up when I picked her up for college. There I go feeling again, 17 years later, alone, tired, and infuriated because the middle child misses a father she never met, cries while wearing his face and being called by his name, because the youngest grieves his father, a living man in active addiction, because they don't have to die for you to grieve, because it's not just me grieving, couldn't disappear in bottles and pills all these years, raising grieving children as a walking wound, becoming a scab to hold my own stuff together. Grief is not a wound, it's a roommate you do time with. And every day I decide which one of us gonna eat. And if I let it, it would make me so holy I would ascend to heaven. So I decided that I was gonna eat. And I was gonna fill all these grief-bitten, hollowed holes with gratitude, rise up, and keep on living. That's that piece. So,